Hello everyone, welcome to Tech2.com. So in last lecture we have understood how we can use set comparison operators in SQL, right? So now in this short video we will be doing some example on set comparison operators. That is what we have learned is in operator, any operator and all operator, right? So let's use in operator in SQL first. So we have two relation here, student and professor, having some attributes. Fine. And the query one is get name of students who have an advisor from CSE department, right? So let's write down the query using this in operator. So to write down what we have to do, we have to first of all do a select. So it will be select. I'm just writing it to understand first. So I'll have to do select name, okay, from student, okay, where where this guide is a ID of professor, right? This one, this guide is referring to ID of professor. So where guide, and then we have to employ some condition, right? So what we will do is we will use in operator, and what we will write guide in and then the set, some set, right? And how we will derive this set? We will derive this set using some query again, okay? So subquery we will write basically. So now what we will write here? We will write select id from professor, that is professor table, where where department equal to CSE. Fine. So now this internal query which I have written in short, it should be written select, not like this. So this will give us some ID of professors, okay, who are working in CSE department. Fine. So we will have some ID1, ID2 and all. Now what we have to do is we have to check, we have to list down the students name from here, okay, for which this guide is in this set, okay. So this will give us the student who are working under the guide of CSE department. So let's write down the query. So the final query would be like this: select name from student where guide in this set. So this set is select ID from professor where department equal to CSE. So first of all, this internal query will be executed, which will give us some ID. So let's say I'm getting ID1, ID2, ID3 and so on, right? Now this is our set. Now for each record from this student table, it will compare that whether the guide ID exists in this set, right? So if this guide ID for a particular record exists in this set, that record will be taken in output, okay. So that's how this query will execute, and this is our first query where we are using in operator. So in this next query, now in this query we will be using any operator, okay. So the query is get professor name whose salary is greater than any other professor, okay. So it's obvious that it is asking the professor name whose salary is not least, okay. So his salary is at least greater than one other professor, okay. So what we need to do is, first of all, we already know that what is our professor table. So professor table is having ID, name, department and salary, okay, as attribute. So what we will do, we will first of all list down the name. So we will have to write select name from professor table, okay, prof. where salary is greater than any of this set. Okay, so any of this set. Now what we will write in this set? We will write the following. So we will write select name from professor, okay, where this salary is greater than any. Okay, so we have already understood that when we use greater than and any function, then it means that we want to have a value which is greater than minimum, right? We have already understood this in last lecture. So basically here we are looking for the same. So the salary is greater than any of the value, and this is salary of all the employees, all the professors. Okay, so here in this set we will have salary of all the employees. Now first of all, this query will be executed, internal query, and it will list all the salaries, possible values. Okay, now the external query will execute, and for each record it will check whether the salary for that record is greater than any of the value in this possible values. Okay, fine. So it will return the name for which he has salary at least greater than the minimum one. Okay, so the name will be returned. Fine. And if the salary of a record is the minimum, in that case it won't output any value for that record. Okay, so this query will return us all the names which don't have minimum salary. Fine. So we have to use any operator like this. Now the next one is all. Okay, so here only we will understand all. So let's say the query is whose salary is greater than all employees. So let me correct this. Here we have all other professors. Okay, so whose salary is greater than all other professors. So what we will write? We will write the same thing, that is select name from professor where salary is greater than all, and then this internal query, that is select salary from professor. Okay, so first internal query will list down all the possible values of salaries. Okay, and then for each record this external query will compare that whether the salary for that record is greater than all the salaries in this values in this list or set. Fine, so it will return us the maximum, the name of professor which has maximum salary, right? No, basically we have a twist here, or very simple twist. Basically, consider in this set we have three values, that is 30, 50 and 60, right? Now for each record, when we are comparing the record for which this salary we have got 60, in that case also this salary greater than all the values will not be true, right? Because 60 is not greater than 60. Okay, 60 is greater than or equal to 60. So here we have to take greater than or equal to. Okay, so when we take greater than or equal to, then it will return us the name of professor whose salary is maximum. Okay, so I hope you understand it. Now you should try practicing using these set comparison operators the database which I have provided doesn't have much scope do these kind of operations, but yes, you can try. Like you can compare whether uh, the director is from particular country, so you can find out 4 5 countries and then you can check from which country the director belongs, and similar queries you can form and you can try out these operations, right? Now in next lecture we will be understanding exist and unique function in SQL. Okay, so exist and unique are very useful in some cases, so we have to understand it properly. So see you in the next lecture. Thanks for watching.